Shalom, Mashlamha, Korim Lee Joel Willits, Ani America, Ani Babet Shali Akshav. Ani Yakol Lidaber Rak Kasat Ivrit Akshav. Alan Ani Rotse Lidaber Mashahu Laman Ivrit Ose Ani Sameach Ba Anglit. Well, that was hard for me to do there, but I am really excited to share why Ulpan-Or and learning Hebrew makes me happy. First of all, it makes me happy because I am a student of Scripture, and I love the Hebrew Scriptures. I have, in the course of my own studies, have learned how to read biblical Hebrew, but it has always been for me a dead language, something I read, not something I've spoken. And so for years, I have wanted to be able to pick up the Hebrew Bible and read it and speak it in the way it was intended to be said. And I've always felt very insecure and lacked confidence in reading the Hebrew Scriptures. And so one of the motivations, in fact, initially, the chief motivation for me to do Ulpan-Or was so that I could become more confident in my speaking of Hebrew. Of course, what ended up happening was something quite surprising to me in the end. I discovered that there are so many other things that make me happy about Hebrew. First of all, and this is probably not a surprise or shouldn't be a surprise to me, I love being in Israel, and particularly my week in Jerusalem when I did the intensive Sabra program with Ulpan-Or. I had just an amazing experience living in Israel for a week. And the sights, the landscapes, the people, it was amazing. And being able to speak a little ordering in a restaurant or in a grocery store just made me happy. I think the thing that, in the end, really, really made me happy, and it's something that, frankly, I did not anticipate, was that Hebrew was the key to unlocking the depth of relationships I discovered the week I was there. I mean, from my teacher, Dor, to tour guides like Akiba, to the staff there at Ulpan-Or, to just people in the street that I met. The thing that was so profound to me was that Hebrew, learning Hebrew, being able to speak Hebrew, gave me the opportunity to build deep relationships, even in just the short amount of time I was there. And I guess maybe I knew this, but it certainly came home to me in a way I had not anticipated, and to a depth that I'm still sort of trying to get my head around. That just being in Israel for that week in Jerusalem, learning Hebrew, speaking Hebrew, I went away feeling a very deep connection to people because we were speaking the same language, or I should say, I was attempting to speak the same language. And so what makes me so happy about learning Hebrew, at the end of the day, comes down to relationships, being able to connect with people I perhaps would have never had connections with had I not known the Hebrew language. And I'm finding that Israelis are so beautiful and enjoyable to get to know. And I'm just so thankful for the week I spent, for my teachers and my guides, for the Ulpan-Or staff. And I just look back on that week, which has now been a few weeks ago, with deep, deep gratitude. So, Hebrew makes me happy. Shalom.